Welcome back. The Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania has taken what it calls a principled and strategic decision to begin withdrawing from working arrangements with the ANC in municipalities, starting in the Gauteng province. This process will commence in the Sedibeng District Council, followed by the Emfuleni Local Municipality, and will thereafter extend to all municipalities in the province where such arrangements exist. For more, we are joined by Apa Pooe, who's the PAC Secretary-General. A very good evening to you, Mr. Pooe. Just first things first, what led to this decision?
Good evening and good evening to all the listeners. What led to this decision is that the ANC seemed to be promoting its own internal factional fights using government. And as the PAC, we can't be associated with that. What we want a very stable government, particularly here in Gauteng. We have seen what they are doing in Emfuleni. That municipality is completely dysfunctional, and they refuse to take advice. In Sedibeng, there was a suspended CFO there who had attempted to increase his own pay, and the ANC insists on reinstating such people to positions of power. Here in Johannesburg recently, we have seen them again changing the mayoral committee, installing people who had previously failed to deliver services for people of Johannesburg here in Gauteng. So it is our view, an informed view, that here in Gauteng, the ANC is more interested in its own internal factional challenges to an extent that is then transferred into municipalities and governance.
Looking at the municipalities that the PAC will also be withdrawing from, beginning in Gauteng, and the ones you've just mentioned, for instance, Sedibeng and Emfuleni, these are municipalities that are known to be dysfunctional and have been for a very long time. So the question is, why now?
We have been trying to engage with them all this time, constructively thinking that we'll be able to handle these things with them maturely, will be able to handle these issues with them constructively. But that has proven to fail. That's what has led to this decision now. But what further exacerbated the situation is what is happening in Johannesburg. We know that for instance, the day on Wednesday, there was a motion of confidence that was given against the mayor, that was submitted against the mayor. Then on Thursday, the mayor then appointed the very same people who had submitted a motion of no confidence against him. In a way, that also brings the municipality into a dispute. So as the party, we are saying we can't be associated with such actions.
What do you say to those who criticize this move as saying that it's basically sour grapes because of what happened this week, where the ANC has changed around the mayoral committee that you speak of as well, also again putting in Al Jamaa representatives and snubbing PAC representatives?
No, that would not be correct. For instance, when we got involved in the city of Johannesburg as part of coalition government, we allowed others to lead. PAC was never part of the mayoral committee. There was a mayor from Al Jamaa, two mayors from Al Jamaa. We supported that. There was mayor from the ANC currently, Mayor Dada. We were not part of that mayoral committee. We supported that. But what now has exacerbated the situation, as I've clearly explained, is that they seemed to undermine the governments over their own internal issues. We know for a fact that the ANC in Johannesburg recently held its regional congress, and these changes come as a result of that. And we are saying we can't accept that one party goes to a congress, and after that congress, then that the municipality is then affected by its own internal dynamics. And as I've said, we previously have engaged with them on numerous occasions. You only have to go to social media and see what is the public reaction with regard to this appointment of a failed former mayor in the city of Johannesburg, where For instance, there was a reason for him to be removed as the mayor in the city of Johannesburg. Now, would be the reason for him to be reinstated, except if it is only for factional reasons of the ANC?
When it comes to the PAC in the GNU, the threat is that not only would you be withdrawing from the province of Gauteng, but from the GNU too. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. Currently, we are only focusing on Gauteng. We are having a very good working relationship with government at a national level. PAC is not only represented in municipalities in Gauteng. For instance, in Gqeberha, we are doing very well there. Our MMC is working very hard amongst the communities. It's working very hard with the PAC structures. There we don't have problems. The minister in the ministry, in the land and the reform department is also doing excellently well and is working very well with his colleagues there. So our focus for now is only in Gauteng.
And do you not think that this may raise concerns or perhaps affect the relationship that you have at a GNU level? As you're mentioning, at a national government level, your relationship with the ANC is intact, but clearly at a province level, and Gauteng being a very important province to the ANC as well, do you not see this move as one that will cause some sort of a rift, even nationally?
We don't see that. We even when there was this move of removing the PAC from the city of Johannesburg, we engaged with the Secretary-General of the ANC and explained the situation. And to some extent, we still believe that even these regions and the province in Gauteng is undermining also his office, but we don't want to get involved in that. We take them all collectively as one organization, which is the ANC. But we don't believe that our move will affect our relationship negatively nationally as well as in other provinces.
And just on that as well, before I let you go, Mr. Pooe, when it comes to that relationship as well, I mean, the two longest running liberation movements in our country as well, they've been shared somewhat of close ally relationship, even though, of course, we know about the history of it breaking off because of, ideological reasons. What assurances can you give your party supporters that there will be this direct independence?
You see, as far as the PAC is concerned, we always regarded ANC as our natural ally, purely for the reasons that they have been a part of us in the liberation struggle against apartheid and colonialism in this country. The history speaks for itself, for their role in that liberation struggle, the same with the PAC. So for us, they've always been our natural ally. But we are saying we can't allow that to be abused. We can't allow that to be undermined because we believe this and they can do as they please, particularly here in Gauteng. And we can assure our members that we remain focused. This is just a strategic and a tactical position that we have taken as an organization, more particularly as we are approaching the next local government elections. We can't be associated with dysfunctionality. We can't be associated with unstable governance because one party has internal challenges or factional problems. That cannot be. As the PAC, we can't be part of that.
And just before I let you go, you're saying you can't be associated and be a part of that, even though you do have a good working relationship at a national level. From a PAC standpoint, when you look at the ANC in 2026, what are your observations?
The ANC is just an independent political party. I can't speak on behalf of them. I can only speak on behalf of the PAC.
No, your observations as the PAC being an ally of this party, that you found that you shared these ideals with of non-colonialism and fighting in the liberation. When you now look at this liberation movement that has been your ally for decades, what are your views of it in our democracy today?
Our view is that we should strengthen more of our working relationship towards defeating the right-wing politics, which seems to be emboldened nationally, internationally, and otherwise. We've seen the right-wing formations in this country, what they are capable of doing, and we must be able to work together with the ANC and defeat that agenda. And that is our position. But as to how they position themselves as an organization, they are an independent organization. We are also an independent organization that is also focused on making sure that we perform better in the next local government elections. We are going to contest all municipalities in the country. We are going to make sure that the PAC is represented widely in this country, in the municipalities. That is our focus.
Thank you so much for your time this evening. Appreciate it. That is the PAC Secretary-General Apa Pooe.